the terminologies which we will come across often during this course. So let's begin this. Let me share the window. Okay, so I hope you are able to see this blank screen, because I'll be using, instead of board, I'll be using this whiteboard notebook for demonstrating everything. So today I'm not going to show you any PPT. Perfect. So we'll be discussing some basic terminologies. The very first thing when we talk about statistics, yesterday also some of you had already said that it is a collection of data, organization of data, right? Analysis, interpretation, presentation of data. So all the time we talk about data. So can somebody tell me, what does data mean? What do you mean by data? Yes, you can unmute yourself and you can talk to me if I'm not seeing the chat. Will you please unmute yourself and talk to me? Yes, so I'm asking, what do you mean by data? Anybody? You can write in the chat box also if you are not comfortable in talking to me. Set of values, Tushar. Okay. A set of values. What kind of values? Is it always numbers? Because some of you said yesterday that it is aggregation of numbers, right? Data refers to technical information or facts which can be communicated. Okay, Ayan, good. Vidhi says that it is collection of information. Yes. There is a subtle difference between data and information. Data versus information. We often use this interchangeably, but there is a subtle difference. When we talk about data, it is just the aggregation of facts and figures. So some of you have already said this, facts and figures. So this is collection of facts and figures, right? Now, yesterday somebody told me that it is about numbers and all. Data need not be only numbers. It could be text also. So, for example, emails, if I'm having emails from the HR department, and I want to analyze that to get something. So, for example, I want to analyze the HR behavior, human resource, right? Human resource department, how they are treating their employees. So for me, those HR emails, the emails coming from the HR department, human resource department, that will be my data. It is not numbers, but these are the texts, right? The paragraphs of that email, which we are actually interested in analyzing. So data need not be numbers, it could be text, right? It could be any kind of facts and figures. Figures means numbers, and facts means it could be any kind of it could be even video, it could be a movie, it could be a picture, it could be an image, that can also be considered as data. So it is aggregation of facts and figures. Now, in statistics, we are always interested in data. And earlier, because some of the tools and techniques were not that much developed, we were mainly interested in numerical data. Data जो कि numbers के form में होता है earlier. But nowadays, there is a revolution in the software industry and also programming languages. Now we are very much able to analyze text data also. डेटा जो कि पैराग्राफ्स के फॉर्म में है, डेटा जो कि वीडियोस या इमेजेस के फॉर्म में है. We can even see the pattern in that. We can analyze that and we can draw our conclusions about that. We can identify the patterns in that also. So for example, Python language, many of you might have heard this Python. So this is a programming language which is very much used in processing languages. I mean text information. ये numerical data analyze करने के लिए भी use होता है, but text information जैसे कि emails हुआ, reports हुआ. For example, company का reports, in which annual reports, sometimes audit reports. Some companies are having audit reports, so you can take that as data and you can do sentiment analysis kind of thing. Data is an individual and information is a group of data. Okay. No, when you talk about whether data is individual or not, see, if you refer to English language, data is a plural term. Data, it is actually, we should say data are, because data plural hai. What is the singular form of data? It is datum, D-A-T-U-M. This is singular form. So if I say datum, that means ये एक figure, एक data. Okay, and data is actually a plural form. When we say data set, that means there are many numbers, many facts are there, but that is one individual data set. तो हम उसको data set को as a singular use कर सकते हैं. Now coming to the difference between data and information. When data is just aggregation of facts and figures, it may not be informative. That means हमें उससे शायद कुछ information नहीं भी मिल सकता है if we do not know how to process data. Okay. On the other hand, information is one step ahead of data. That means information is already giving us some insights about the data. क्या चल रहा है data में? So for example, if I have, currently I'm having around 17 students here. And if I have the marks of all these 17 students, then for me, if I already know that these figures, so if I have the figures, for example, 31, 30, 22, 23, something like this. So these are the numbers, these are my data. And if I already know that these are marks of the students sitting over here. So in that case, this is information. This is data, of course, but I'm also getting information about the marks, right? But simply if I have just numbers, 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 56, -5, 9, 11. अगर आपके पास एक पेपर रहे या एक बुक रहे जहाँ पे सिर्फ numbers mentioned हो, then you don't know what those numbers are showing. It is data, of course. This is aggregation of facts and figure, but you don't get any information from that number unless until you know what that number is representing, whether that is marks, whether that is temperature, or what kind of figure is that. So there is a very subtle difference between data and information. Data, it is just facts and figures, aggregation of facts and figures. Information, when we have some insights about the data, that is information. Right, some reports, for example, reports are generally information, piece of data which are giving us information about the company's performance. So that is information. All right, but many a times we use these interchangeably and there is no harm in that. Okay, आजकल बहुत ही loosely use किया जाता है ये data and information दोनों को same बोला जाता है. There's no problem about that. All right, so now coming to one more very basic terminology, that is population. In statistics, we always talk about population versus sample. Population, sample. Yes, so anybody, what is a population? What is a population? What is the definition of population? What do you mean by population? Yes. Whenever we talk about data, it either refers to some population or sample, right? Group of people. Okay, Tushar. Yes, group of people is population, but in statistics, we are not confined to only people. Any group of anything can be considered as population. So, for example, if I am interested in testing the longevity of these electric fans, ceiling fans, which I'm having in this room. So in that case, if I want to test what is the longevity of this ceiling fan, longevity means expected life. Kitna din tak ye chalega, ye ceiling fan, right? So in that case, I'll be testing on these ceiling fans, right? So the aggregation, or maybe I'm testing hundreds of these ceiling fans, then that is my population. Okay, 100 units of these ceiling fans will be my population. So in statistics, we are not restricted to human individuals only, but aggregation of any individual or items is considered as population. So it is totality. So basically, population is totality of all the items or individuals under study, that is population. अगर मैं मारवाड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी के सारे स्टूडेंट्स का परफॉर्मेंस स्टडी करना चाहती हूँ, इन दैट केस okay, so Meg says population is a set of certain data and sample is a part of it which has similar characteristics with the population. Yes, very correct, Meg. That is what I was about to say. Population, it is the totality of all the items under study, items or individuals. And when we talk about sample, it is part of that population which represents the characteristics of the population. This is very important. And that is why the whole sampling theory exists in statistics. Okay, कैसे हमें sample draw करना चाहिए एक population से, so that the sample becomes a true representation of the population. Sample population के सारे characteristics को manifest कर सके. So that is the meaning. Okay, set of similar items. Vidhi says set of similar items. No, population, it is not necessary that population will be set of similar items. I can have, population of, for example, males and females. So if I say that population of this, BBA FM semester 2 class, then I will have males and females. I have the, differences in terms of their marks. I can have differences in terms of their economic status. That means about family income. Maybe some people are rich, maybe some people are middle class, right? So when you say that similar items, that means you're talking about the homogeneous population, right? It is not always necessary homogeneous population. We can have very much variation in that population. Variation हो सकता है जेंडर के टर्म्स में, मेल फीमेल, इनकम के टर्म्स में हो सकता है, या फिर और भी, फॉर एग्जांपल हाइट के टर्म्स में वेरिएशन है, वेट के टर्म्स में वेरिएशन है. सो इट इज नॉट एग्रीगेशन ऑफ सिमिलर यूनिट्स, रादर इट इज एग्रीगेशन ऑफ ऑल द यूनिट्स अंडर स्टडी. अगर हम स्टडी करना चाहते हैं मारवाड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी का स्टूडेंट्स का परफॉर्मेंस, then all the students studying in Marwari University is my population. So because I cannot go to each and every student and ask for their marks or maybe family income, so for the ease of my study, what I will do, I will take a sample. मैं हो सकता है if there are 5,000 students, from 5,000 students I might select only 100 students for the purpose of my study. Those 100 students should represent the characteristics of all the students of Marwari University, and that 100 student, that is actually constituting my sample. So sample is a part of a population which represent characteristics of the population. Yes, sample is what we take for study. So now, sometimes if we have a very big population, for example, Marwari University ka, students ka population, that's quite many students, and I may not go individually and ask them for their family information. If I have the records, आप लोग application form में records तो भरते हो. If I have the access of that, then I can easily study the entire population. I don't have to then select a sample for my study. But sometimes if I cannot access the entire population for the study, it could be, there could be many reasons. For example, मेरे पास इतना टाइम नहीं है कि मैं सारे 5,000 स्टूडेंट्स को स्टडी करूं, या फिर मेरे पास इतने पैसे नहीं है कि मैं उसमें इतना खर्च करूं. सपोज स्टूडेंट्स आर रिसाइडिंग एट different places and I cannot go there. So studying a population could be very much time consuming, very much costly, and sometimes it is not possible at all. If I want to study what is the income level of India, what is the average income level of India, income of India, if I want to study this, now how I am going to calculate this, how I am going to estimate this? Because now my population is entire India. So I'm talking about income of India. That means I'm talking about all the individuals, all the human beings who are residing in India, and I need to collect data from all the individuals of India, income data मुझे collect करना होगा, so that I can calculate mean, median, mode or something, right? So that I can study average income of India. Now this is not possible. That means I have to go to Jammu and Kashmir also, I have to go to Manipur also, or maybe Kerala also. In different distant parts of India I have to go, which is not really feasible for me. It is time consuming, it is very costly, and maybe it will take 10 years, and then also I cannot cover. So in that case, what is the solution? We can draw a sample. So suppose instead of studying all the billions of individuals, I might have a sample of only 1,000 people. अब वो 1,000 people किस तरह से मैं सिलेक्ट करूं ताकि वो इस पॉपुलेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करे, इसके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स को रिप्रेजेंट करे, दैट इज अ बिग डील अगेन. So there are many sampling theories also. So for example, simple random sampling, stratified random sampling, वो सब बात का बात है, and that is not part of your syllabus, so don't bother about that. But there are techniques how you are going to choose people from the population to represent your population, and you can further proceed in your study. All right, so that is what about population and sample. So population is aggregate of all the units under study, and sample is part of that which we are going to study actually. All right. Then next is variables. So we often talk about data, and also we talk about variable, right? So what is a variable? Can somebody tell me? Variable. What do you mean by variable? Yes? Unknown value x, y. Okay. It is in mathematics we actually say this, that find x, find y, but no. What is the physical meaning of variable? Variable से हमें क्या पता चलता है? वैरी का मतलब क्या होता है? वैरी करना, वैरी करना. What do you mean by vary? The value which is not fixed. Yes, very good. The value which is not fixed, right? That means it is varying. ये हर बार अलग अलग change हो सकता है value. So often changing. Yes, good. So vary करना मतलब change होना, right? So when we talk about variable, variable is any characteristic of a population or sample, any characteristic जिसके लिए हम डेटा कलेक्ट करेंगे. So data जब हम collect करने जाते हैं, it is not that we are just collecting the numbers. It is first we fix what we are going to collect, what information we are going to collect. First we need to fix that. So for example, variable can be the item of data. No, variable is not item of data. So I'm coming to that. What is a variable? So for example, if I want to study the marks of BBA FM semester 2 students, so in that case, my variable is marks. Marks, so I will define marks as variable. So I will clear this. All right. So I will first define a variable. So in this case, marks, this is my variable name. And then I will start collecting marks. So for example, for individual one, a person whose name is A, the marks is suppose 56. Person B has marks 74. Person C has marks suppose 89, like this. So this marks, these are the observations or the data points. All right. But what is a variable? Marks. Now for the same class, जैसे marks एक variable है, इसी तरह से gender एक variable हो सकता है. Gender. For this BBA FM semester 2 class, I can have a variable marks, I can have a variable gender. So in gender, that means I will be writing whether the person is male or female, right? So person A, so these are the names. Name is again a variable, names. Names में variable है A, B, C. So for example, if I have, names, I can see some of the names here, Tushar, Vidhi, Meg. So let me put these names randomly. So don't worry about your marks, okay? Don't get offended. I'm just putting randomly. So name is Tushar. Another name is Meg. Another name is Vidhi. Okay? So these are the student names, right? So this is one variable. That means I have collected the information or the data points under the variable name. Then marks, this is again a variable. जहाँ पे marks में मैंने data points collect किया है 56, 74, 89. Gender, this is again a variable name. So in gender, I will then write male, and then Meg is male, right? And then Vidhi female, like this. So these are my variable names. Name, marks, gender, these are the variables. And why these are called variables? Because this is not fixed actually. For one person it is fixed. Tushar ke liye 56 is fixed. I mean, don't get offended, okay? Just it's an example. Or better I should do it 9. Okay, so Tushar ke liye suppose 90 is fixed, Meg ke liye 74 is fixed, but this variable marks can take other values, any values ranging from 0 to 100. Okay, so that is why this is variable. इसके अंदर marks के अंदर the data points might change, so that is why it is called variable. It can vary, the observations can vary under the variable. Gender, this is another variable where the observations will be different, male, male, female, like this. Now sometimes if we do not have any variation in that thing, then we should not consider that as a variable. For example, all the individuals are human beings, right? So if I consider a variable name, suppose species, this is species, I have considered this as a variable name for this BBFM class. So species में क्या है? All are human, right? Human. So for all the 22 or 21 students, I will get the value human. Then should I consider this as a variable? No. Why? Because the observations are not varying at all. ये सारा का सारा same है for this population, right? So then I will not take this as a variable species, but I will take those variables जिसके लिए observations different हो सकते हैं. For example, gender, marks, names are different, enrollment numbers are different, right? Then income level, family income level, I can have a variable name as income. So under each variable name, I will have the data points. So these are the data points. So for example, Tushar, Meg, Vidhi, these are data points. 90, 74, 89, these are data points. Male, female, these are data points, right? So पहले हम एक variable decide करते हैं, and then under that we start collecting data. All right, so I hope this is now clear. Variable is characteristic, any characteristic of a population which change, okay, which change or vary. So that is called variable. Now, if this is clear, I will then move ahead and I will discuss types of data. And that is very important because then only you will understand that for which type of data which kind of analysis is possible. कौन से डेटा के लिए हम मीन निकाल सकते हैं and कौन से डेटा के लिए हम मीन नहीं निकाल सकते. So that is why it is very important to understand different types of data, and also you should go beyond that preconception that data means only numbers. No, data can be in text form also, and data can be in number form also. So both the types are included in data. When we talk about data, it could be text, it could be numbers, right? So now coming to different types of data based on measurement skills. I hope you all are noting this down because I don't have a PPT for this. Based on measurement skills, data are divided into 4 types. So based on measurement skills, we can have data of 4 types. One is called nominal scale data first. Nominal scaled data. Just let me know if any word you don't understand. I mean, if it is not legible, क्योंकि मेरा handwriting इतना बढ़िया तो है नहीं. This is nominal, Nominal, nominal scale data. Then second type is ordinal, Ordinal, ordinal scale data. Third type is interval scale data. Interval, Interval, interval. Interval scale data. And the fourth one is ratio scale data. Ratio, RATIO, ratio. This is very simple. You will remember this forever, because I will give you some examples so that you can you don't forget this anytime. Now based on the measurement skills, what is measurement scale? जब भी हम कोई data को collect करने जाते हैं, we first decide the measurement scale, how we are going to record the data. So for example, if it is gender, I can record the data in terms of male, female, right? मैं लिख सकती हूँ record में MALE, male, female. Or if it is gender, and I can codify that. For example, if I code male as 1 and female as 2, then the data will look like 1, 2, 1, 2, like this, right? So where I have codified this as male and female. So we need to first decide how we are going to record the individual observations. Observation मतलब एक each item का जो measurement है, that is called observation. How we are going to record that. And based on the measurement scale, the analysis will be decided, because not for every type of data you can calculate mean, median, mode, correlation, regression. There are limitations. So that is why it is very important to first decide the measurement scales. कैसे आप data को collect करने जा रहे हो. Now I just told you, for example, in this BBFM class, I can decide some of the variable names. For example, name of student. So I will come back to that. I'm just giving you some examples. So name of student, and then gender of that student, marks of the student. So name, gender, marks हो गया, and then suppose okay, and suppose this is midterm marks. All right, and suppose this is end term marks. And suppose if I have grades. Now I am defining a database which consists of these variables. ये क्या है? ये सब variable नाम है, right? Name of the student is one variable. Gender is another variable. midterm marks, end term marks, and grades. These are the variables which I have defined for this class, BBFM class, right? Now, in case of name, what kind of data will be there? Name में text रहेगा, right? So, for example, ABC, XYZ, and suppose MNO. These are the text, right? I cannot have number in case of name of the students, right? So this is one kind of data. For each individual, I can define the gender. So male, female. Suppose this is again male. This is another type of data where we have the data points as male, female. Midterm marks. Suppose the midterm marks, it was suppose it was MCQ kind of midterm marks, and there was negative marking also. So that means a person can score negative marks also. So if I write the midterm marks, suppose somebody got 10, somebody got -5, somebody got 12, 14, minus 0.5. It's like this. Okay, so negative mark is possible here. I have the end term marks. Suppose it is ranging from 0 to 100 end term marks. And here I have the numbers, suppose 56, 74, and then 59, 44, like this. And then I have the grades, final grades. So suppose the grade is B plus, this person is getting A, and this is suppose B plus, suppose this is B minus. So I have the grades like A plus सबसे ज़्यादा, then A, then B plus, B. Okay. I hope this is visible, right? So just let me know if something is not visible. Okay, so grades highest tha A plus, then A, B plus, B. It's like this. Now this is my data point. I mean, this is my date. I have defined a database जिसमें मैंने variables define किए हैं, and इसमें data भी मैंने collect किया है. All right. So suppose PQR like this. All right. So now, can you tell me what is the difference between this kind of data, name of the student, and this kind of data, end term marks? इन दोनों डेटा में डिफरेंस क्या है? Yes, you people are very reluctant to speak. I have to always check the messages. Yes, tell me the difference. Is the question clear? I'm saying that I have the data points here, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, right? Name of the students. And I have the data points here, 56, 74, 59, 44. What is the difference between these two data? इस डेटा में and इस डेटा में क्या difference है? या फिर जेंडर वाले डेटा में एंड एंटर मार्क्स, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू डेटा? यस, इज द क्वेश्चन क्लियर? You can unmute yourself and you can answer, or you can write in the message.
May I?
Yes. What is your name?
My name is Tushar.
Okay, Tushar. Yes, please tell me.
The name of the students are in the alphabetical form.
Alphabetical form, yes.
But marks are in the numeric form.
Numeric form, yes. Very good. What is the difference between midterm marks and end term marks?
The midterm marks are in the positive and in the negative manner, but
yes.
but end term marks are only in the positive form.
Only positive, right? And what is the difference in this? How grades are different from other type of data?
Ma'am, generally the grade provide the range of the marks. Like if we consider A plus, then A plus provide range that that particular student might be getting marks between 90 to 100. But the end term marks, which is a proper numeric form, gives us the exact number, that is the how much marks that student is getting.
Yes, very good. So basically, this is end term marks is in numeric form. But grades, these are on the are these numeric data or text data? Can you tell me? Grades. Is it numeric data or text data?
Ma'am, it can be considered as a numeric data as it provides us range. I think so.
Okay. So no, this is not numeric data, grades. This is coming under categorical data or text data, but there is a different form of that. So let's now come back to, yes, very good, Tushar. You have elaborated the things very nicely. Now let's come back to this and let us figure out which kind of data would fall under these scales. So the first one is nominal scale data. So what kind of data are this? Nominal scale data, where we have the data in form of text, and that text is just a label or just a name. All right, it is used for just identifying the person or the item. So for example, name of the student, Tushar. Tushar is a name which is just to identify the person who is Tushar, right? Name of the person, Vidhi, that is just a name to identify that person, right? So under nominal scale data, we have only those data which are just labels or identifiers. Those are not numeric data. Those are in form of, in general, those are in form of text. So for example, here, this one, name of the students. Here I have the names in form of ABC, XYZ, and these are the names, right? ये names use होता है सिर्फ identify करने के लिए student को. So what kind of data is this? Is this nominal scale data or other form of data? I just explained the nominal scale data, so I'm just giving you the answer. This is nominal scale data. Nominal scaled data. Why? Because these are the names of the students. These are used for just identifying who the person ABC is, who the person XYZ is. These are just labels. Based on this data, I cannot calculate, I cannot add them, I cannot subtract them, I cannot do any kind of arithmetic operations. I cannot even rank or order them. मैं ये नहीं बोल सकती कि ABC will be ahead of XYZ because I haven't set any parameter for that. किस respect में ahead होगा? Height, marks, किस respect? I don't know. Just based on the name, I cannot set an order for that. So nominal scale data, where the data is in form of only labels. The data is only in form of labels or identifiers. We cannot rank or order them and forget about all the arithmetic operations. कुछ भी उसमें नहीं हो सकता. This is the lowest form of data in statistics, because see, you can apply all the tools and techniques, correlation, regression, या और high level में आप जाओ, time series analysis, everything you can apply if you have numerical data, numbers में है, those things. So when you have just text, ABC, XYZ, या फिर male, female, male, female, male, female, here also I have the data in form of text only. There is no number to that, right? This is again nominal scale data. So this is the lowest form of data where very limited analysis can be done. So for example, what kind of limited analysis we can do? We can calculate mode. Mode, I will come to that mode in my descriptive statistics classes. Mode is the most repeated value in the data set. So for example, gender में I can calculate the mode value. That means कौन सा gender सबसे ज़्यादा repeat हुआ है. So in BBFM class, I don't know, I haven't seen the gender composition, but maybe mode might come as female. Okay, so then in that case, female is the modal value. That means this is the gender which is getting repeated most of the times, or this is having the highest frequency in the class, right? So only mode you can calculate, but you cannot calculate mean, because mean के लिए क्या करना होता है? You have to add all the values and then you have to divide that by number of observations, right? So male, female हो या ABC, XYZ हो, there is no meaning to adding them, right? These are just text or labels, so you cannot add them, you cannot calculate mean. So you have to first see, जब आपके पास data रहेगा in corporates, I'm talking about when you will be placed in companies. When you have the data, you have to identify which scale this data belongs to, whether it is nominal scale or higher scale data, and then only you can confirm which kind of analysis you can do. Because why I'm saying this, because software may, once you put the data, it can give you everything. It is you who would decide whether it is possible or not, whether male female का mean निकालना possible है कि नहीं. It is you who will decide, okay, not the software. That is why you have to be aware about this. Now let me take a twist to this. Suppose instead of male female, I code this as 1 2. Male means 1 and female means 2. So here male is 1 and female is 2. Male is 1, female is 2. So now under the gender variable, I have the values as 1 2 1 2. All right. So now tell me, what kind of data is this? Is this numeric data or categorical data? That means text data. And can I calculate mean now? क्या मैं अभी मीन निकाल सकती हूँ, एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन ये सब मैं कर सकती हूँ इफ आई कोड द डेटा इन फॉर्म ऑफ 1 2 1 2 इंस्टेड ऑफ मेल फीमेल? यस, एनी रेस्पॉन्स? I said that if I just recode this data, instead of male, if I write 1, and instead of female, if I write 2, can I now consider this as numeric data, number data, and can I now add them, subtract them, divide them, or calculate mean?
May I, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, the numbers are just a label.
Yes, very good.
So we cannot calculate. Even if we calculate, the answer will be not effective, or what we say that not recognizable.
Yes. So even if now we have transformed this in form of numbers, these are again the identities only. These are just the labels. These numbers are having no meaning. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि जो 2 है वो 1 से 1 ahead है या फिर 1 से 2 गुना है, 2 times है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है. These are just the labels. So it is as good as calling them male female. So we cannot add them, subtract them. We cannot calculate mean. Okay, we can just calculate percentage of males, percentage of females. We can calculate mode value कि कौन सा सबसे ज्यादा repeat हो रहा है. Yes, Archana, you have also written same thing. Good. That because it is text data, we cannot do arithmetic operations. Yes. So even if we code that in numbers, it is still text data. It is not considered as numeric data. All right. So now coming to that ordinal scale data. So I hope you are now clear about nominal scale data. So for example, names, individual names, then gender, religion, all these data are considered as nominal scale data. You can name many others also, जहाँ पे आप data को collect करते हो in form of text, and that text can be only considered as labels. We cannot rank or order them. Now, ordinal scale data, I have been talking about ordering, ranking and ordering the data. So in ordinal scale data, I will have the data in form of text only, but I can rank or order them. Nominal में हम ranking नहीं कर सकते थे, but ordinal scale data में we can rank them. Even though we have the data in form of text, but we can rank or order them. So now can you tell me, in these 5 variables इस example में, which data would fall under ordinal scale data, जो कि text format में है, but we can rank or order them. हम उसको ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं that ये पहले आएगा, उसके बाद ये, इसके बाद ये, इसके बाद ये.
Ma'am, names?
Names, how you are going to order that?
Ma'am, alphabetical order में.
Alphabetical order, but that is just alphabetical order. उसका कुछ significance नहीं है. That means आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि ये इससे इतना अच्छा है या ये इससे इतना बड़ा है. It's not that. It's just for your ease, you have given them an order. उस तरह से आप मेल फीमेल को भी 1 to 1 2 में ऑर्डरिंग कर सकते हो, बट इसका कुछ रियल मीनिंग नहीं निकल रहा है इस ऑर्डरिंग का. When you rank somebody, you rank on based on some characteristic, right? So for example, ये इसका इतना हाइट में बड़ा है, तो आप उसको टॉप रैंक दिए, जो सबसे हाइट में है, ज्यादा हाइट है जिसका. एंड देन नेक्स्ट, जिसका मार्क्स सबसे ज्यादा है, आपने उसको टॉप रैंक दिया. एंड देन नेक्स्ट. So that ranking should have some meaning. Okay, so alphabetical ordering does not have any meaning, and that is why it is not ordinal data. This is nominal scale data. These are just the labels. We cannot rank or order them. Gender is nominal scale data. We cannot rank or order them. Religion, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, we cannot rank or order them. If you go to rank or order them, you will be in danger. Okay, so all are just identities. कौन हिंदू है, कौन मुस्लिम है. But tell me, here in this data set, I have one variable जो कि text format में उसका data points है, but we can rank or order them. Which one? Which variable? Yes, grades. Grades. Here I have the data in form of text. A, B, right? B minus, B plus. The data is in form of text. Exact numbers are not known to me. I know the range. I know that, if it is 90 plus, it is A plus. If it is 80 plus, it is A. But I don't know the exact value, exact number that person has obtained. So I have the data in form of text only. But based on this, these, because I know the range, I know that A plus means the top scorer, right? So I can rank or order them. I can rank them. So for example, I can rank ABC below XYZ, क्योंकि XYZ को मिला है A, so जिसको A मिला है, मैं उसको ऊपर रैंक करूंगी, right? And then जिसको A से कम मिला है, B plus, that person will be ranked below the person, and then B plus से भी below है B minus, जिसको A plus मिला है वो A से ऊपर जाएगा. So based on grades, I can rank the individuals of my population, right? So grade, this variable is ordinal scale data. Why? Because I can rank or order the grades. I know that A plus will be always at the top. Yes, Archana. Yes, good. So I can rank or order them. So grades are ordinal scale data. Now, can you give me some other example of ordinal scale data? Grade तो आपने अभी देखा कि grade can be ranked or ordered. Similarly, can you give me some example where the data is in form of text, but we can rank or order them? Any other example? I'm having limited time. So all of you, please put your enrollment number in the chat box, because that is how I will be recording your attendance. Okay. So quickly put your enrollment number in the chat box. Okay. Munish says that we can put them as per their greater one and lesser one. So, so my question is, any other example of ordinal scale data?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, please.
Can be a designation.
Yes, very good. Designations.
As per the seniority, we can decide like directors and then managers and foremen and all.
Yes, very good. So I can have the designations of the workers, employees, and then as per the seniority, or maybe based on their pay scale. So based on some characteristic, I can rank or order them. So of course, designations. Very good. Sometimes we have the cloth size, t-shirt size, S, M, L, right? XL. So here also I have the t-shirt size in form of text, but I can at least rank or order them. I know that S means small, ये सबसे छोटा होगा, and then medium size, then large size, and then XL size. So these are all ordinal scale data. Now, what is the speciality of ordinal scale data? I can rank or order them, and that is why I can calculate median. Median, I will discuss this elaborately when I will be discussing mean, median, mode. But median का क्या खासियत है? Median gives you the middlemost value, right? Middlemost value. So for calculating median, you have to first rank or order the data, and then you have to pick the middlemost value. So आप grade के हिसाब से students को ranking कर सकते हो, and then you can pick the grade which is coming at the middle, and you can say that this is the median grade of the class. Okay. You can also calculate mode. कौन सा grade सबसे frequently class में आया है. So if 10 students have scored B plus, then B plus will be mode. और बाकी अगर grades बहुत कम आए हैं तो फिर B plus will be mode. So mode can be calculated, median can be calculated. But what about mean? Can we calculate mean in case of ordinal data? Mean के लिए हमें सारे values को add करना होता है, and then we divide that by the number of observations. Now, if I have the values in form of text, okay, even if it is A plus A, I don't know the exact number, so I cannot add A plus and A. And that is why I cannot calculate mean. So I will have restriction. I can only calculate percentage, I can calculate, mode, I can calculate median, but I cannot go further. So that is the restriction. So in the next class, I will be discussing interval scale data and ratio scale data. And we will, discuss the same example. And meanwhile, if you find any difficulty, you can, get back to me. I hope everybody has written the enrollment number. Okay. Vidhi says educational qualification, income level. Yes, income level. हाँ, अगर हम income level को इस तरह से define करते हैं जैसे poor, middle class, rich, then this is ordinal data. Because these are just classes. We have the band of income, which is categorized as middle class, upper middle class, rich, like this. So then it is ordinal scale data. Very good, Munish. Educational qualifications. Yes, if I say that, primary education, secondary education, and then, graduation and post graduation. So here also I am having the range. I don't know the exact qualification. I can, rank or order them based on their educational qualification. So that can be again one example of ordinal scale data. So, okay, good. Okay, so thank you very much. This is it for today. And next class will be, I hope, on Monday. If Monday is not holiday, okay, Monday will be, I hope, I think it will be holiday. So in the next class, we will be discussing interval scale data, ratio scale data, and then we will move to mean, median, mode. Okay, thank you very much.